let's just wait for the people to hop in. Hello, sis. So, hello everyone. My name is Hannah. I'm a content strategist, lead gen, and DM sales specialist for scaling coaches and online service providers. And in today's live session, one of my clients, Tish, will be joining me today to talk about how to show up with more intention and make more or better business decisions. So before we welcome Tish, let me have a proper introduction for her. Tish is the founder and the sunshine behind the Sunshine Collective PH, where they help coaches and business owners amplify their message by providing full end-to-end podcasting support. So let's not wait any longer and let's all welcome Tish. Let me just invite her. Super excited. Sound check.
Hello!
Hi, Tish!
Rinig ba ako?
Yeah, rinig.
Yeah, okay. Wait, I'm not sure if... Wait lang.
Sige,
Can you
go
say
lang.
something? Okay. It's not connecting in my headphones. It's okay. Okay, anyway. Hello! Nag-change ng energy.
Hello, Tish. Super excited to get this live session started. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Like, who are you? What do you do? And who are the people that you help?
Okay, so you've mentioned already a little bit about some information about me. So again, I am the sunshine behind the Sunshine Collective. I'm a social media manager turned podcast manager now, slowly transitioning into a podcast strategist. So we are already 2 years, almost 2 years in the business of helping podcasters. So even when I was still in SMM, my main clients were really podcasters. So it really made sense for me to jump from being an SMM to actually being a podcast manager. So yeah, basically I help. Right now, most of my clients are also coaches, but I am open to a lot of different kinds of entrepreneurs. So yeah, as long as the vibe is right, then maybe we could still work together.
Yeah. Super amazing. Kasi I've been also a guest expert dun sa sariling podcast ni Tish. And she's really great in her niche. So before we dive into the juicy things of this live session, can you walk us through before this happened, for having an online business, before freelancing is a thing, who is Tish? What is your story before having an online business?
Okay, wait lang. My husband is watching. Nahiya ako bigla. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so who is Tish before the Sunshine Collective? So, I am a corporate dropout. So, I was working in corporate for 5 years. Wait, almost 5 years din pala. Mga 4-ish something years. And then, I was a communications and marketing associate. So, really into the marketing side. So yon. And my transition into the freelance world really started in the pandemic, because that was when parang na amplify yung want ko for something more. Kasi diba, in corporate, everything is fixed. So unless you get promoted, or unless you did something really awesome, saka ka lang makakaakyat dun sa quote unquote ladder. So so I also really tried my very best to climb that ladder, and na-realize ko na maybe there is something more, or maybe there are other ways for me to reach my dreams without having apart from this ladder. Parang inisip ko, maybe there's another way to get up there na hindi ginagamit tong ladder na to, parang gano'n. So that's how my awakening in freelancing started. And yeah, I started as a graphics designer. My quotation marks, kasi basically yung task ko sa pinakauna kong client was yung mag-change ng, parang may Canva templates siya, tapos papalitan ko lang yung text. Parang ganon.
Yeah.
So yun, did you nag-start?
Okay, so ngayon, like, nagpo-focus ka na talaga, like, dun sa full end-to-end podcast production. But before, like, diving into that full-time, you were a social media manager, right? So, like, can you give, like, parang, like, a short story on how that all happened? Na parang, okay, I'm a social media manager before, tapos nag-dive na ako, like, into, like, um, owning this niche.
Yeah, okay. So my clients were all podcasters. So what happened was, so since nung time na yon, ang tinatry ko talaga was social media management since I knew a little bit about social media management nung for my corporate job, right? So, yon, parang feel ko yun yung, that was like a great entry point for me. Tapos, since lahat ng clients ko ay podcasters, parang one of my clients asked me if I do production also, meaning yung pag-edit, yung pag-upload, ganyan. And nung time na yon, I was very intimidated kasi when you say podcast editor, parang ang daming tools, parang may mga sound waves na, ano to? Parang may mga terms na WAV, mga DAW, mga ganyan. Tapos, parang kaka-start ko lang ng SMM and I was like still learning hashtags, still learning yung mga strategies. Tapos parang there was no brain space for me to learn something new at that time because I was still trying to figure out SMM din. So yon. Tapos, so sinabi ko sa kanya na, I don't. So yun. So parang sabi niya, okay. Parang sige, okay. And then she and I continued as like SMM clients, ganyan. And then my other client asked me the same question. She said, do you do production also? Do you edit? And then I said na, I don't, ganyan. And then parang doon ako nag-isip na parang, okay, why do they want me to do it? So I asked the client na, what made you ask the question, ganyan. And then the client was like, kasi I just wanted to talk to one person when it comes to anything podcasting. Kasi yung client na yon, parang she has 3 people working on her podcast, her VA, her editor, and then me, her social media manager. So parang ang goal niya is to like just talk to one person pagdating sa podcast niya. So parang inisip ko, if mag-enroll ako ng podcast management course, may dalawa na agad akong client. So parang yun yung nag-push sa akin na, okay, may demand na ako eh. So parang yun lang yung siguro validation na hinintay ko para mag-make sense yung mga decisions ko. Kasi wala na akong time din, wala na din akong pera nung time na yun na mag-invest sa course. So parang nung nalaman ko na, okay, may mag-a-avail naman. So yun yung nag-enroll na ako sa course. And then the good thing is, parang meron na agad akong hands-on. Parang meron akong case study agad. Kasi parang nag-ex-deal na kami nung client na parang maiksi lang, parang mababa lang yung rate na ipapatong ko sa SMM package namin. Kasi since sila yung first editing clients ko. So parang ganun. So nag-agree naman sila. So like that's how it started. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really amazing. Kasi sometimes yung birth din ng mga services natin, it really came from like yung curiosity ng mga clients, mga questions sa mga DMs na, hey, can you do it? And then parang, oh, why not? Parang passion ko naman to. Like, I love listening to podcasts. I love everything about podcasts. So, why not try it? So, being in the corporate, to becoming a social media manager, to becoming the podcast production agency that you have right now, how did you actually found out about CPSS?
I found out about CPSS because we're friends. Because basically yun. You and I met through several programs that we have joined together. Parang tatlo ata. We have the 3 programs, parang CRA, EMSA, OBS, ganyan. Yeah, so tatlo, 3 courses. And then naging close tayo dun sa last course na we joined together. So, yon. And then I remember that was the time when all of us, like in our friend group, parang we were already trying to explore different things. Or parang we were all growing na. Parang ganon. And then, you were already like putting together this course. And at first, parang kasi, I was trying to be intentional with everything that I was purchasing. So parang sinabi ko na, may course na ako na ganito eh. Na parang ganyan. So I'm not gonna need this course anymore. And then, parang, I saw the wins of your clients, ganyan. And I'm like, okay. And yun, so parang, I looked at your course outline. Tama ba? Yeah, your course outline.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I think she has that thing that I was looking for. Kasi parang, all the courses that I enrolled in, I really did get something from them. Pero parang, ano yung may kulang? Parang, at that time, I couldn't pinpoint what it was. Pero, like, when I saw the outline, honestly, I still didn't see it. Pero parang I just had a gut na I think nandito yung hinahanap ko. And, di ba nga, parang when we were talking about it, I also didn't know what I was looking for either. So I'm just like, I don't know. And then alam ko kasi na magtataas ka rin ng rate. So I'm like, okay, ito na mag-enroll na ako. So yun.
Yeah, and to be honest, that time, I didn't even think about na parang, oh, si Tish mag-invest. Parang, I was like answering your question, maybe nag-curious lang siya, or parang hindi siya like tumatak sa isip ko na, si Tish mag-invest. And then, nung time na parang, oh my God, si Tish mag-invest. So, parang na-excite ako na, yun, wala. I'm excited. So, what were your thought process back then nung nagde-decide ka to actually join CPSS?
Yeah, as I've mentioned earlier, I was really looking for, I guess like a different kind of support. Kasi parang, kasi parang I was able to get strategies and parang in terms of strategies, in terms of like what to do, parang I feel like alam ko na yun. Pero, yun nga, I was looking for something more. And what really made me like click the checkout button or like the payment button, whatever, was yung feedback ng clients mo about how they like the community and how open. It was really more about the community. And this is not to diss the other communities that I'm in. Kasi parang each of them serve their own purpose.
Yeah.
Pero parang ako, okay, I think I need that. And then true enough, that was one of the things that I really enjoyed in your program. Kasi parang, I don't know, I think kasi parang with your program, we always start with self and mindset. Like we didn't necessarily like dive into strategies agad. So like that's what I really appreciate. And in terms of like the thought process of finally like, paying and like availing the course, number one, yun nga, yung community. And number two, parang I gave myself permission to like to listen to my gut. Kasi yun nga, I didn't know what I was looking for. And parang nang tinitingnan ko yung course outline, hindi ko din alam kung ano yung hinahanap ko. Pero parang it just felt right at the moment. And yun. So parang ako, sige na nga, last mo na to. Yun.
Exactly. Super, super unrelated. Pero I received the same messages dun sa ibang mga mentees na parang, hindi ka talaga sure kung ano, pero feel ko talaga there is something inside dun sa program mo na parang pinagpipray ko to, tapos humingi ako ng sign, mga ganun. So anyway, so before joining CPSS, like what were your struggles before na ano ba yung mga na-experience mo as a business owner na you think CPSS has helped you overcome that?
Yeah, I think one of the things kasi like what I mentioned earlier, in terms of strategy, feeling ko I have that support from the other courses that I joined in. Pero kasi iba ang strategy and iba ang mentorship. Gets mo ba?
Yeah.
Parang hindi ko ma-explain. Basta parang, kunwari, di ba? Kasi lahat naman tayo may access sa Google. Kung iisipin mo, lahat naman ng strategies, like, no offense, Hannah, but like, ano mo yun, parang the things inside the course and like the other courses, parang kung masipag ka lang talaga na sa YouTube yun. Kung masipag ka lang talaga na sa Coursera, free, whatever yun. Pero iba ang mentorship sa yung binigay lang sa'yo yung strategies. So I think yun talaga yung hinahanap ko. And one of the things that I really, one of the things that I really appreciate is it's a group coaching setup, but I receive one-on-one support. Gets niyo ba?
Yeah.
Nagigets niyo ba yung mga nakikinig dyan? Well, yun. But yeah, so that was what I really liked. And parang na-validate yung decision ko na, kasi diba, like, I just based my decision on gut. Na parang dun na-validate yung decision ko. Kasi parang feeling ko yung talaga yung hinahanap ko. Kasi we all have strategies, but support is different. Alam mo yun, yung iba
Yeah.
kasi yung parang madidiscuss niyo talaga. Kunwari, sinabi na, oh, gumamit ka ng 30 hashtags. Kunwari, ganyan.
Yeah.
So parang with CPSS, parang you are given the platform to ask, bakit 30 hashtags? Parang ganun. What if 15 lang yung gamitin ko? Alam mo yung those kinds of follow-up questions na they really matter pala. Parang ganun.
Yeah.
So, yun talaga siya. So, yung difference of like before I entered CPSS and like now, it's mostly on parang also like the permission to ask, to question the strategies. Kasi tama din naman, all strategies work, but not all strategies are for everyone. And for you to know if that strategy is for you, you have to also have the freedom to question it. And I think like this, that's, dun ko siya nakita. Kasi parang walang rules. Parang, o sige, gumamit ka ng 30 hashtags. Gumamit ka ng isa lang, gumamit ka ng 5 lang. Go, do what feels right for you. Pero meron kang support. Kung ano man yung pinili mo doon, meron kang support. And yeah, sana nagigets nyo, no? Hindi ko alam kung na-explain ko siya. Pero yun siya.
Yeah, that's the real definition of like mentorship. Kasi most people invest in courses, in coaching programs only to learn the strategies. Like parang, Hannah, like how can I get to like 6 figures? How can I get to? But not everyone else invests in a kind of support where there is like a mentorship na parang, okay, Tish, if you wanna go, if you wanna get those goals, like what do you wanna do? What type of strategies do you wanna implement? And then mentorship comes in na parang hindi ka i-question na, oh, mali yan or tama yan. But the mentor instead help you and support you in order for you to implement and take action based on your aligned strategies. So yun din siguro yung pinaka like bino-value ko inside the mentorship is not showing the strategies or showing my own strategies with you, but actually like teaming up or partnering with you for you to come up with the best strategy that you want to implement for your own business. Kasi nga it's true na parang hindi siya like forget nag-work sa akin, like mag-work kay Tish. Like I can talk about hundreds of strategies, pero kung hindi yun aligned kay Tish or kung hindi yun aligned sa business niya, hindi siya mag-work. So, yun yung number one kung bakit like some people invest in mentorship is not just to learn the strategies, but to actually have like a partner in business to walk with them and to be there kapag nag-i-implement na sila and to answer the questions that they might have. Parang, okay, Hannah, ito yung in-implement ko. Parang, ito yung nangyayari. Like, what can I do? This is what I currently implementing in my business. This is what's happening. And then, you have that mentor na, okay, magre-strategize with you, magka-come up with a custom strategy na aligned pa rin sa'yo. There is like some kind of session nga na parang, it's about content alignment. Like everyone was like feeling na parang, oh, I feel pressured in showing up. I feel na parang hindi ako makapag-create ng consistent content, ganon. And then everyone was feeling that kind of pressure in content. And I was like there na telling you guys na it doesn't have to be like that. Parang you have to be like the business owner of your own business na you get to decide na content can be easy, content can be fun, and you can decide that. So, ayun siya. And then siguro more on support, on have more on support inside the CPSS. So, there's that, and then most people kasi won't talk about that line in the business na parang akala ko ba like strategies lang? Akala ko ba like ganun like what would you say to those people who would still want to grow their business in a sustainable way without just focusing on strategies?
Ano yung last? Sorry, without?
Yeah, what would you say to those people who still want to grow their business in a sustainable way, not just about the strategies itself?
Yeah, I would say in order for you to grow your business in a sustainable way, you have to think about it long term. And that, okay, I know I said this, so ang dami ko nang na-appreciate. Parang kanina pa ako, one of the things, ganyan. Pero sobrang na-appreciate ko yung, if you guys notice, yung marketing ni Hannah is not like earn X amount in a short period of time, parang ganon. And that speaks a lot kasi also inside the program, hindi kami nag-rush to reach our goals. Mas nagpo-focus kami talaga sa foundations. So, for example, ang goal mo is magka 5K cash months in the next 3 months. It really doesn't matter kung yun yung goal mo. Pero ang mas titingnan natin is, ano bang ginagawa mo ngayon para marating mo yun? Parang it doesn't make sense if yan yung goal mo kung hindi mo naman ginagawa yung foundations. Parang ganon. So, parang dun sa program ko talaga natutunan na to let go of like the deadlines that you set for your goals. There is goal setting and it makes sense to set deadlines, but it shouldn't be like end all be all of it. Parang it doesn't define your success. Parang ganon. So yeah, so if you want to have a sustainable business and you also want to learn strategies, I would say that you have to think about your business in the long term and you have to treat the strategies as something that is not set in stone. The world, the marketing world, whatever your niche may be, you may be a web designer, you may be like me, a podcast manager, a social media manager. There are different strategies for all of us, but nothing is permanent. Everything changes. You know how fast our world is right now, so you have to be flexible. And yeah, that's one of the things that I really like because like all these strategies are presented to you. Parang siyang menu, and then mamimili ka kung ano yung mag-work sa'yo. Tapos, isa-support ka sa kung ano yung ano na yun. So, kunwari, ang pinili mo is magde-direct outreach ka, magko-cold DM ka. Okay, how will we make that work for you? Parang ganon. So, yeah, diba? Parang if cold DM is aligned with you, edi, sige, try natin. If hindi mag-work, ito, may isang option. Parang ganon. So, yeah, parang, I would say, like, if you want a sustainable business, think about it in the long term. And then, be flexible with the strategies that you're using because there's no like one ultimate strategy for everyone. It does not exist. So yeah, easier said than done because the experimentation phase can be really difficult. And to be honest, I hated that. Pero like when you're done with the experimentation phase, you will get to know which one really best fits for you, and it's easier na once you're done with it. So yeah, think long term. Yun lang talaga. If for example, the goal that you set for yourself is like to achieve whatever in 3 months, I'm not here to like rain on your parade, but maybe give yourself more grace na what if hindi siya mangyari in 3 months? It's okay. Pwede nang i-extend as long as you're doing like the action daily or parang as long as you're doing like the consistent action para ma-reach mo yun. Yeah. Yun.
Love that. Totoo. Kasi like, some people would say na, oh, if you want this one, ito dapat, ito dapat, ito dapat. And the pressure really comes from that na parang, oh my God, hindi siya nag-work sa akin. Or parang, hindi siya like, nag-work siya, pero parang feeling ko hindi siya aligned. And then, we stop thinking outside of the box na parang, eto lang, etong strategy lang na to yung mag-work. But the truth is, like any other kind of business, yung like magiging social media manager, podcast manager, if one thing does not work for you, like you can still find some alternatives na magiging aligned sa'yo. And yun. Yun.
Yeah.
And then, yung next question ko from you is, I really love your mindset when it comes to like showing up, na parang showing up in a sense na, oh, hindi ako mag-show up just to get my goals in the next 30 days or in the next 2 months. Yung parang showing up with more intention in your business. Like, how were you able to do that?
Hello from you. No, I mean like before CPSS, I'm also like that. Na parang I used to take pride in the content that I make. Like before I learned all of these should haves and mga dapat gawin. Parang content has always been my jam. Parang gusto ko yung for example, nakikipag-connect ako sa mga tao sa Instagram. Tapos they're gonna say, oh my God, I love your feed. As in like, that's like music to my ears. Kasi parang, I loved it. Pero nung natutunan ko, parang nung nagka-start nag-start na ako magka-awareness na, dapat ganito, dapat value post, dapat showcasing post. Parang din na ako na parang, hindi na siya masaya. So parang, I learned that, and then eventually I had to unlearn that in the program. And then just, yun nga, parang, hindi kasi porke dapat ganun na dapat. Ha? Nag-gets mo ba yun?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, parang hindi kasi parang, yun, parang that was the strategy presented to me that time. And it does make sense. Pero kasi parang hindi siya masaya para sa akin. And dahil hindi siya masaya, hindi ko na siya ginagawa. So, yun, parang, yun yung thought process ko. And then, that was something that I unlearned in the program as well. So, parang, I really had to pick, like, which kinds of content made me excited to make the content. So, it doesn't matter if it's a selling post, if it's a showcasing post, if it's a whatever post it is, as long as it's aligned with me and my business, and I know that my followers, my potential clients are gonna find value in it, then it's okay. So parang medyo din siya, yun, parang it's a lot of unlearning kasi ang dami nating mga, you have to do this, you have to do that. So parang, yun. Kaya parang ngayon, I know that there's a strategy behind it, pero ngayon my strategy now is more of like, does it feel right for you?
Yeah.
If it doesn't, I'm not gonna do it na. Kasi parang, speaking with my current clients as well, nafe-feel daw nila yung energy, mga ganong stuff. And I believe in that. So, since sila din naman yung target ko, edi go na ako with that. Okay na ako. Yun.
Yeah.
So, I feel like in terms of showing up, it really matters about how you think about your business and how you think about like your happiness in creating it. Kasi if hindi siya fun gawin, it's also gonna radiate into the post. Yeah. So I know that I'm not happy all the time. So obviously I don't make content all the time. But like what I learned is when I am in that zone of creating content, when I feel like showing up, I show up with all my heart. Alam mo yun, yung parang I milk that good energy and, you know, like I create as many happy content as I can para pag may times na hindi ako masaya, parang I still have that parang in store, parang ganon. So, yeah. It was a lot of unlearning and like relearning old stuff also.
Yeah, exactly. Kasi parang there's a lot of things na you can actually make use of content while pairing up with strategy. Like, for example, yung pag-podcast. I remember meron tayong session before na parang about content siya. Na parang sabi ko like, parang you were mentioning na like, pwede ka mag-create ng content like while you were listening to podcast, like while you were walking, you can incorporate those like personality driven content para makapag-market ka and sell your offers. So I really love that one. Siguro yung next question is like, you mentioned na parang all the journey inside CPSS, parang what are the decisions that you made in your freelancing business or becoming like a podcast production agency right now that you made that help you to become where you are right now?
Decisions. Okay, I would say like there were a lot of bad decisions, but I think those bad decisions led me to a lot of learnings, I would say. So, yeah. Most of them are, like, most decisions that I have to make were based on my experiences na din. Kasi nga, I made bad decisions before, so I learned from those. Kaya parang the things that really impact my business now are really based on experience. Parang hindi siya in theory, na parang ito yung nabasa ko, ito yung natutunan ko, ito daw yung gawin ko. So, most of the things that I'm applying now in my business are based on like the things that I really experienced, which I think during the times when I suffered the consequences of those bad decisions, parang feeling ko like yung gusto ko na maglupasay kasi oh my gosh, ang mahal-mahal magkamali sa industriyang ito, di ba? Yeah. Parang shit, parang gano'n. Ang mahal magkamali. Pero I feel like I really had to go through those things in order for me to like really establish what I have now. I now know what to do and what not to do because of those decisions that I made. And parang ngayon, it has equipped me with like better understanding of what to do next. So parang it's really experience, I would say. And yun nga, parang in the program kasi, since there is no set in stone strategy to do, all of our decisions are supported and questioned at the same time.
Yeah.
So, for example, like at the end of the sessions, you would ask us like, okay, ano yung action, ano yung parang actions natin for this week? So, for example, like my action for that week is I'm gonna show up every day on stories. So, that's good, but why? Parang ganon. So, parang because of that approval and because of that validation and because of that question, parang it encouraged me to think deeper. So, ngayon, parang alam mo yun, I know like the pros and cons of the things that I'm doing. And since I know the pros and cons, obviously, not all the decisions are good decisions. So, one of the things that I take into consideration is, can I deal with a con? So, for example, yun nga, I'm gonna show up every day in the stories. Yung pros nito ay ito, yung con nito ay, for example, I'm gonna get, I don't know, like I'm gonna get burnt out. So, yung next question doon is, how will you parang kaya mo bang i-handle yung burnt outedness? Kaya mo bang i-handle yung situation na yun? So, like, if the answer is yes, then go do it. Kaya mo naman pala eh, parang ganon. If the answer is no, then maybe you should reevaluate your decision. So, parang ganon lang. Parang that's really like something that I like because there is support in you choosing what you want to apply in your business, and there's also like this space for you to really think about what it is that you want to apply. So, hindi lang siya like, ito gawin mo, or huwag mo yung gawin. It's like, sige, gawin mo yan, pero are you ready? If this happens, are you ready if that happens? And parang dun ako, parang yun yung na-pick up ko na ina-apply ko ngayon sa agency na. So, wait, hindi pa rin ako comfortable tawagin siyang agency kasi parang, wait, parang, yun. So, yun. Parang, yun lang din. Parang kasi before, when we were new, when we are presented with something good, go lang ng go. Pero kasi ngayon, hindi na pwede yung ganon. Kasi nga, ang mahal nga magkamali sa industriyang ito. So, we really have to be careful. And thankfully, parang I was equipped with those skills in order for me to like think better and make better decisions.
Yeah. Super love that. And it's really about like challenging yung decisions and thoughts mo in your own business. And it's not just like saying na, okay, I just want to show up today. There's this kind of support din na parang some people like me personally, pag nasa isang mentorship or group coaching program ako, sometimes I say parang okay, magko-commit ako, and then things suddenly happen, parang life happens, madaming nangyari ganito. And then parang nahihiya tayong mag-show up, parang gano'n, parang nahihiya ako pumunta sa call kasi parang feeling ko hindi ko na yung sinabi ni Hannah or anything. Pero with the kind of with the kind of community that we have, there is really like no judgment of whatever is happening in your business. Na for example, like you say na okay, magko-commit ako in showing up in stories. The community is there, like I am there to ask question na okay, nagawa mo ba? And it doesn't like have to feel na parang hindi siya manggagaling dun sa feeling na oh, bakit mo ginawa? Akala ko ba sinabi mo? Parang gano'n. Parang without any judgment, like I'm gonna ask you a question na parang like why? What's the reason behind you not doing that? Kasi maybe sometimes like we're putting so much pressure in the things that we do in business na pwede namang hindi. Alam mo yon, like for example, like we compare our actions to other people without thinking na iba yung journey nila, and without even us thinking na pwede naman natin mas padaliin yung process natin or something. So, yun lang. Tapos, siguro yung last question ko sa'yo is like, what would you say to people who are still like second guessing of like joining the CPSS? And then, siguro like, doon sa mga exact people who are like thinking about it na parang, oh, Hana, kasi may mga gantong bad investment na ako before, may mga na-experience na akong ganito. Like, I'm super nagdadalawang isip ako kung itong course ba na to is for me and if it's like a good business decision that I will make.
Yeah, I think all of us come from a very different place. Parang I understand yung bad investments or kahit hindi bad investments, no? Parang feel ko ang dami sa atin course hoarders. So parang ang
Yeah.
dami natin course, parang ano pa bang pinagkaiba nito dun sa mga ano, ganyan. So what I've mentioned earlier, there's a difference between strategy and mentorship. Strategy is the strategy and mentorship is somebody whom you can bounce ideas back with, someone whom you can exchange ideas, thoughts with, and yun siya talaga yung pinaka-takeaway ko. I realized na yun yung thing na hinahanap ko from everything. From like, yeah, because in terms of strategy, I learned that from the other courses that I've taken, but there was something missing. And I realized that what the thing was missing, the thing that was missing is somebody to exchange ideas with. Kasi, yun, for example, you're presented with a strategy. It sounds good, right? So, ang tendency kasi, or like, ang tendency kasi is we just apply it right away. Parang we just take it as it is. And what I like about CPSS is you have the chance to question it. And it's not going to be taken as, ay, bakit mo kinu-question yung strategy ko? Ganon. It's just like, it's more of like digging deeper. Maraming ganon na mangyayari inside the course. Parang one time we're just talking about content, then suddenly we're talking about trauma. pero like, it really helps. I mean, like, it sounds funny, but it really helps. Parang, okay, maybe the reason why ayaw mong i-apply yung strategy na yan kasi meron kang bad experience. So let's do something else. So parang, ganun siya. And if you're not yet sure if you should invest, assess yourself, ano bang hinahanap mo? Parang bakit mo kino-consider mag-invest sa CPSS? Kasi mostly, kaya mo siya kino-consider kasi meron kang hinahanap na hindi mo pa nahanap sa current na pinag-i-enrollan mo, di ba? Kasi kung nakuha mo na yun sa mga course na hinord mo, hindi okay na. Wag na, okay na yun. Maximize mo na yung course na meron ka. Pero if sa tingin mo may something pa na missing, try to figure out kung ano yun. And then, yeah, parang see if that is something that you would get here. If you're looking for support and mentorship, then I can assure you that you can find that here. But if you're looking for somebody who could validate lang your strategies, yeah, Hannah can do that too. Pero, yun. Again, that's not the focus. Parang ganon. So, yeah, I would say look for the thing, parang try to pinpoint what it is that you're looking for. And then, try to, parang ibangga mo siya sa course outline ni Hana. And then, if mahanap mo na, uy, ito pala yung hinahanap ko, edi go for it. Pero if hindi mo pa rin mahanap, it's okay, di ba, Hana? Okay lang.
Yeah.
Go. Hindi ka may mamimilit.
Yeah.
Pati ako kasali. Pero, yeah, hindi naman siya namimilit. Kasi, syempre, like, that's your money, ganyan, hard-earned everything. So, we always respect your decision. But, like, if you are looking for somebody, a commute, you know what, like, feel ko nga, I would say if you buy this course, you won't just get Hannah. You would get, like, the entire community. Feel ko yun yung nakuha ko eh. Parang, super, na-appreciate ko yun. Parang feeling ko wala akong maka-bounce back na ideas. Or, like, nung time na nasa province si Hannah, parang, ang saya, parang mag-uusap pa rin kami, parang nag-exchange pa rin kami ng ideas, and nag-share pa rin kami ng kung ano-ano, and the support is really there. So parang feeling ko, it's Hannah plus everybody yung makukuha mo if you're gonna invest on the course. So yeah, if you're looking for other experts also inside, I would say, I learned from a lot of people inside the community, so sobrang priceless din on. So yeah. Yun.
Walang na parang, of course, they will still assess you na doesn't mean na parang, oh, I'm gonna join. Ganyan. Siyempre, may free qualifying question pa rin tayo. And, I kapag, like, nakita mo na yung strategy dun sa mga previous courses, like, don't invest, girl. Like, don't waste any amount of money. Kasi, di ba, pinaghirapan mo din naman yan. But if you feel like na parang, oh, I'm looking for, like, another kind of support, then be it. Let's really, sige, go.
Yeah, yun. Kasi parang, yun nga, parang if marami ka ng courses and kung parehas lang naman, okay lang, go. dun ka na nauna, okay lang yan. Maximize mo na yung kung ano yung meron ka. Pero if meron kang something na feeling mo hindi mo pa nakukuha sa kahit anong course na in-enrollan mo, then maybe you could check this out. Pero if you feel like hindi pa rin, okay, go. Keep the search going. I mean, like, continue with your search until you find the perfect match
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, I think ito rin yung nakuha ko sa'yo. Like, as a business owner, you have to have the due diligence in finding the right support, course, program, and community that is fit for you. Kasi ikaw lang yung makakaalam nun kung ano.
Yeah.
Read yung mga comments nila. Actually, si Meds, mentee din siya. Like, love the community. Hello, Zel. Lodi Cakes daw, si Casey. Hello,
Hi,
everyone.
Casey.
If you guys have question for us na if we can support you in this live session, go feel free to ask your question. And yeah. Siguro to wrap it up, ano yung like top 3 things that you love inside CPSS?
Number 1 is yun nga, you don't shove your strategies to everybody's throats. You give us the time and space to question it and to, hindi naman like question ako, bakit yun yung tinuturo mo? Parang, you know, like to see if it applies to us or not. So yun talaga yung bino-value ko. Number 2, it's not just really about strategies. There's a lot of mindset work. There's a lot of self-work involved. So, yeah, parang it helped me see the business, like what I shared in my testimonial. Parang it made me see my business as, like, it made me see the human side of business. Kasi di ba when you say business, parang sales, marketing, advertise, get all the money. Pero parang ito, it's more of like, you are talking to us like we are business owners talaga, living, breathing human business owners, not just like money-making machines. So I think that really helped us parang do what feels aligned for us. And then number 3, of course, is the community. Like I said, parang may times na sometimes Hannah can't answer everybody on time because, of course, business owners and minsan kasi yung mga tanong din 1 a.m., di ba? Pero magugulat ka, 1:01 a.m. may magsasagot sa'yo. So, yeah, super appreciate that. Love you guys. Love you, community.
Yeah. Thank you, Tish, for sharing. If someone is like interested in working with agency, how can we find you? Ano yung like kind of support that you provide for your
Yeah, so what I do now is I provide one full end-to-end support for my clients. So if you want to start your podcast, we can help you from the launch to the promotional side of things. So yeah, and if you also need if you're already a podcaster, or if you just want somebody to help you with strategy, and yeah, with the strategy of your podcast, I also have a one-on-one. So everything is in the link in my bio. You can check that out. If you still have any other questions, my DMs are always open. And yeah, if you are a service provider, currently my one-on-one sessions are closed. But if that is something that you're interested in, you could also send me a DM so I could put you on the wait list. So yeah, that is all.
Tish. Go check out Tish page. Nandun lahat yun sa link na. So, to end this live session, ano yung like big word mo for 2023 for the Sunshine Collective?
Ano yun? Ano yung?
What is your word for 2023 for Sunshine Collective?
Oh, hindi siya word. Words siya. Siyempre, as a bida-bida person. So, it's more of like a phrase. It's booked, balanced, and blessed.
Yes.
What? Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much, Tish. Any last words sa mga nanonood before we hop off?
Wait, hanggang kailan ba sila pwedeng mag-sign up?
Hanggang January 20, pwede silang mag-enroll. So if you want to like use biglang naging Tagalog. Gusto niyo gamitin link ni Tish, go and use it. Yes.
Okay, sinilip ko. So you have 9 days. Siguro last words, take your time to get to know the program. I mean, again, nobody's forcing you. Do your own research. If you feel like it is the right fit for you, go for it. If you feel like it's not, it's okay. Yeah, yun lang naman. And if you have any more questions for me or Hannah, our DMs are always open. We're nice.
Yeah.
We're nice people. So yeah.
Yeah.
And shameless plug, listen to my podcast. I have a new episode going out tomorrow, so watch out for that.
Yeah, every Thursday. Ito ba promote natin? Follow niyo yung podcast page ni Tish, Spill the Creativity Podcast. Every Thursday, nagre-release siya ng mga gems doon. And super, ako like, listener ako, inaabangan ko every Thursday.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, it's a good, if you want to know kung paano mag-coach si Hannah, listen to our episode. Ganon din siya sa loob. So if you want to see how it sounds like when we question her, when we like try to get her ideas, listen to our episode. I think it's episode 5 or 4. Yeah, yun. So that you'd get a preview of how it looks like inside. Yun.
Thank you so much, Tish. Super, super appreciate you being here with me. Super nice having you here. And thank you guys for those people who joined us. Again, if you have questions about our services, about CPSS, or about podcast, kindly DM us. Ida-direct ko kayo sa page ni Tish or kung ano man nyo. So, thank you, and happy Wednesday. And I hope that you will have a great week ahead. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye!